Hello everybody, welcome back to our Moneyball Series here with Barnsley. Right, so I haven't played the Bournemouth game yet. We're going to play it in this episode. What I wanted to look at was that if we're using our tactical analysis and statistical analysis on all these different things to look at players, etc., we should probably look at what kind of football we need to play to achieve success. So I said this in an earlier episode where that if you were to look at teams that have been promoted from the Championship over the last 20 years, how many of them would have played pretty much a back four for the majority of the season? Probably a lot of them, right? So I just thought that before we do make any tactical decisions and changes to what we're doing, let's have a quick look at all the teams above us and see what they're playing for a tactic. Because that could be a good indicator of, like, it'll give us an actual reason to change to something else, right? Rather than just something that I prefer. Let's look at what everybody else is doing. Mainly what we're looking at is, are they playing a back four or a back three? That's the first thing we're going to look at, right? So let's look at Sheffield United, top of the league. We've only lost one game all season. Let's have a look. Sheffield United playing a flat 4-4-2, so that's pretty standard. Looks pretty simple there. Fulham are playing a 4-2-3-1, back four, pretty standard. We're playing a 4-4-2 diamond, so something a bit different, narrow, no wingers, but instead of back four. All City are playing a 4-2-3-1. Bournemouth are playing a 4-3-3. West Brom playing a 3-5-2. So West Brom are the first team we've seen that are actually playing a back three, and they're the last place in the playoffs. Bristol City are playing a 4-2-3-1. Liverpool are playing a 5-2-3. Swansea are playing a 3-4-3 with narrow 10s, I guess, and narrow wingers. And Blackpool playing a flat 4-4-2. So of all the teams above us, only three of them are playing a back three, and none of them are in the automatic places, and only one of them is in the playoffs. So that tells you a lot about what's working, and we've got to look to use our analysis to build towards for us to get out of this league. Right? That's how this Moneyball system is going to work. So if that's what's going to work in this league, that's what we need to go to. So first and foremost is a back four. And then on top of that, nearly everybody that played a back four had two strikers in some form, or two forwards, either two strikers or a striker and a 10, right? 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1. The narrow diamond had two strikers as well. So that's the rule of thumb for us to have to go to get out of the league. Now, I'm going to keep it as it is just for this second. We play Bournemouth now at home. If we were to win that, win a couple of games, we could get ourselves into the playoffs. We actually could. So let's just see what happens in the next game. We managed to get our goalkeeper in. Daniel Bentley comes in. What I looked at for goalkeepers was save percentage. There was, I think, saves per match. There were a load of different stats. I didn't get a chance to save the columns. I accidentally clicked off it. But I just looked at the goalkeepers in that they had to be British to solve any work permit problems. They played in the Championship, and who basically the next best goalkeeper was in the league that we could afford. So average rating, I looked at, he had the highest average rating, and he had by far the highest save percentage, Daniel Bentley. So he comes in Bristol City for 500 grand plus a few knock-ons. And yeah, hopefully he's going to save us. We take Bristol City's first choice keeper off them, I think, because I don't know if they've got Button still. But yeah, it's a good goalkeeper to bring in. So he goes instantly into the team. No problems there. Daniel Johnson's out for this game, so he comes out, and I guess Odell goes in. Palmer can go onto the bench. Our squad's massive, but it also feels like it's weak. We've got a massive squad, but it also feels like we've got nobody at the same time. Jordan Williams is going to start right centre back. I'm going to leave Liam Kitching at middle centre back this time. Fix the defensive corner, so that won't happen again. Like I said in an earlier episode, I'm actually tempted to leave that sometimes because sometimes it generates their chances from there, and if it's going to generate their chances from those corners and score every now and again rather than an open play, I take it more of a conspiracy theory more than anything else. So Kake played awful in that first game, but it was only one game, so I'm going to give him another go, I think, and hope that he just plays better. Bolo Baku's not really done the job, have they, since they come in? So Beledto makes his debut. Let's hope everything else goes better in this game. Josh Coyote can stay in the team as well. Assistant manager says we've got nothing to lose. We're in for Bournemouth here. They're going to throw the ball in. They're going to get the ball into the box you would expect. They do at the edge of the area, and it's going to be a long range goal. Buller's injured. That's the cue. That's it. Here we go. We're changing. Okay, Buller's going to come off, and then Jordan Williams is going to come on as the ball-playing defender. We're going to go to attacking mentality on a 4-4-2, and we'll see how that goes for the rest of the game. Ledson off, Cornick on the left-hand side. Move Erdal to deep line playmaker support. Highlight here for Bournemouth. They're going to hit back to their keeper. They're going to ping it long. We're going to hopefully win that ball. We do. Cornick to Morris. Morris into Cornick. Cornick into Odor. Into Morris. Coyote, and it's offside. We're into Barnsley. Whip it in. It's going to be cleared. We're going to get to this. We do. Kake gets to it to Jordan Williams, who now has it to Bassi, to Kake. Going to stay on it, Revita Coyote, and it's a goal, 1-1. See, I'm telling you, I'm sorry, it's there. It's in black and white, the difference. We cannot win 3-5-2. We can't do it. We're going to have to change track. Yeah, we'll talk about it after the game. We'll go in more detail after the game. Right, I hope that after that game in particular, if you weren't already convinced that you're now with me, that that's the way to go. And that I just think that we could recruit with unlimited funds, and you probably get away with limited funds, but even if we got everything perfect, the tactic's going to hold us back, I think. I think just the tactic is wrong. I think that it's the wrong... I don't think the tactic is the best thing for us if we're doing a Moneyball series. It's not giving us the best statistical chance of getting out of the division right. That's what this is all about. The best statistical chance for us to get out of this league is playing a back four and having two strikers, either two out-and-out strikers or one striker, one cam. Those are the two things that I think are absolutely fundamental and being necessary, basically. Everything else around that is different, but I think that's absolutely essential for us. So we're going to definitely go to that. I'm going to have a think about exactly how the tactic's going to go. So I'm going to get some food. I'm going to sit down, get a coffee. I'm going to look at the tactic in detail and try and put it exactly how I think of it in my head. So roughly, just to give it to you rough, I like to have one wing on the right-hand side who's going to be right-footed and quick. And the reason is, in the lower leagues of England, the chances of you ending up with all your wide players being right-footed is quite high, right? So you're going to have your natural right foot on the right-hand side, who's your pacey player, beats players in behind, whips in crosses. Your player on the left is going to be your more creator, more like a 10, hopefully with a bit of pace as well, but more like a 10 who's going to drift inside. And then in that case, if he's drifting inside, the wide space is then occupied by the wing-back. So if that's occupied by the wing-back, you want your pivot player to be that side because he holds for the wing-back to go. So that's how it's going to sort of be. It's going to be a sort of left to right situation, where the right side is the dynamic, go, 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 sort of all-out blitz, sort of, high energy, direct play, and the left side's the build-up side, where it's more patient, it's more controlled, better technical players, that sort of thing. So that's how it's roughly going to look, but I'll go into more detail with you about it in the next episode. But we have to change, and we've still got, I know it's ridiculous, but we've still got a chance of making the playoffs. 8 points, I'm telling you, I've seen this before, we could easily catch them and do that if we switch now, and we get on a run right now. So that's what we're going to do, and it's going to be all in from now to getting into the playoffs. So next episode, because I'll mess around with the tactic and we'll get that ready to go, I think we come back Cardiff and Luton, because I don't want to play any matches without you seeing it, because if I might start and go, okay, here's the tactic, and I might tweak a couple of things. I want you to be with me when I tweak it and show the reasons why. And also to select the team into the tactic, we're going to go back and look at some stats. I'll have to redo all of my not all of them, but I'll have to at least adjust a couple of the filters I've currently got and create some new ones for fullback and for some other ones. But that's gonna do the episode. That's gonna conclude what we've done here. I hope you're all in agreement with me. Unfortunately, if you're in agreement with me, I hope that suits everybody and it makes sense to everybody. But I like the fact we've got a Moneyball reasons for it, for what we're going to, right? It's not just like, this isn't working, let's just change it. It's like, well, okay, well, let's look at statistically what works in this league, what is working with the current teams, and how do we create something that resembles that. We need 2 forwards, but if we're playing 2 strikers, we don't need a 10. So that's sort of going to make it easy. I do like the 4-4-2 DM to attacking fielders. I really like that formation on this current match engine. And I think that if I go to it, I'm probably not going to stream on Twitch for a little bit, because at the moment I'm playing as Wimbledon, and we're in the championship, and it's the same sort of save, and I don't want to sort of have 2 things at the same time. So I'm going to probably just leave that and just continue with this, because I love this so much. I just want to keep this going. So we'll play 4-4-2 DMs. Most likely. I might have a look at tweaking it to something slightly different, but that's more than likely what it's going to be, because I think it works the best. And yeah, we'll recreate a philosophy around that, and we'll come back next time and start to put players back into positions where we think that they might go. But we've got such a big squad. That team, I mean, I don't know if you noticed it, but when we went to 4-4-2, it didn't feel like this team is now putting square pegs in round holes to fit into a 4-4-2. If anything, it felt way more natural one. This is fitting square pegs into round holes. Do you see what I mean? Like Barkus and wing back, Kake right centre back, Bowler left centre back. That's like a natural wide player and striker. That's a natural fullback. So if anything, it's slightly better. The only problem we might have, only really got 2 orthodox proper centre backs. We've got a bit of time. We get that down. No, we need to loan a player that doesn't cost us any wages. We'll try and get one more centre back in that's just a pure centre back, and hopefully that works out well. So that's going to be the episode. Hope you're enjoying the series, and I hope you're enjoying the direction we're going to go in next. And yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.